What are we doing here? That's a perennial question. In the wisdom heart tradition of Kriya Yoga, the esoteric path, what we're doing here is we are enrolled in learning the secret, learning the method of the cosmic dreamer. Now, in religious terms, the cosmic dreamer might be called God, with a million names. It's the one who is dreaming this universe into existence. The subtlest, deepest levels, the most obvious, gross levels. We're here to learn his method, to learn the secret, the method. What is it? To sustain balanced self-conscious awareness in the midst of endless birth, death, and rebirth. The cosmic dreamer is ever unfolding new, surprising, joyful, blissful expressions, emanations, creations. And in the midst of it all, of all the birth, death, and rebirth, ever present, Satchidananda, being, consciousness, and bliss, sustaining that balanced self-conscious awareness. And in a great text known as Kriya Bindu, a dewdrop of the Kriya Dharma, by Goswami Kriyananda, he writes, the most vital task of all Kriya yogis, we could say of all mystics, is to have a complete understanding of the birth, death, and rebirth cycle. That's the primary curriculum, the pure primary curriculum that we are engaged in. You could say it's the lifetime curriculum. We're born, we're going to live a life, and then we're going to die. Are we going to have that self-awareness? Are we going to cultivate the mystical capacity to be present so that at that moment of physical death, yes, we watch and witness and we participate with awareness in that dissolution of the body? Why wait? All of the mystics, the Sufis say it best, die before you die. Every night as we fall asleep, and we withdraw our attention from the outer gross world, we enter the inner world. Are we cultivating that capacity to be present, to be self-awareness itself in the midst of that little death? If we've practiced meditation, we may even notice that self-awareness can hardly sustain itself for a couple of breaths. Can we be present to that inhale, hold, exhale, hold cycle of birth, death, and rebirth? The curriculum of awakening is coded into every breath, into every encounter, into every event, into every day, to your total life experience. We're here to fully enroll in that curriculum, not in an unconscious way, but to be present to it, to be active students of the cosmic dreamer. Because why? Because when you find self-conscious awareness, balanced self-conscious awareness in the midst of the birth, death, and rebirth cycle, you will no longer see or perceive birth or death as does the ordinary earthling. You will, at this moment, understand that birth and death are samadhi. Samadhi is a technical term. Birth and death are the activity of the radiance, the joyful play of the cosmic dreamer, and you will be enrolled in that. You will have graduated, in a sense, from the fundamental lesson that you've come into this life to learn, and having realized it, having having woken up to that lesson, then you join hands with the cosmic dreamer and all beings to serve and to support that same awakening in all that you meet.